A hamburger at dinner, a headache, hives, or even worse, unconscious hours later. You know, many people don't put two and two together, but tonight a Columbia County couple is sharing their story in hopes that it will help others out there struggling to figure out what has been causing their health problems. What was supposed to be a fun trip to Jekyll Island in 2012 turned into an unexpected trip to the hospital for Raymond Peeler and his wife Alice.
He looks at me and says, "I feel funny," and as soon as I looked at him, I knew. I mean, he was white, he was sweating profusely. I mean, it was within just a matter of seconds that he was unconscious.
It was the beginning of a 6-year tumultuous journey for the Peelers as Raymond, an avid outdoorsman, continued to unexplainably pass out.
When it happened, my heart would be racing. I would get blurred vision, and not long after I get blurred vision, I would go unconscious.
Doctors thought it was a problem with his heart and prescribed nitroglycerin, which lowered his blood pressure.
It was the worst possible thing you could do to treat. What we didn't know at the time was an anaphylactic reaction, so it put him into full-blown cardiac arrest.
Lucky to have survived, they still did not have any answers.
We were both exhausted. We were exhausted spiritually, emotionally, financially, all of those things, and we just really got on our knees and cried out to God to please show us, what this was. I'd been on the internet hundreds of hours previous over that many years looking, and had gone back to the internet and typed in beef allergy because we had danced around that answer for years, but had always been told, no, it's nothing related to beef because a food allergy happens right away.
Her search online turned up what the Peelers call an answer to prayer: alpha-gal syndrome, a recently identified type of food allergy to red meat.
I knew that's what he had, so we contacted our allergist.
A simple blood test confirmed he had alpha-gal.
Once I got the diagnosis and knew that all it took was eating differently, I had my life back.
He now avoids beef, pork, deer, and lamb, along with mammal-based products, including dairy. And so since you've been diagnosed with alpha-gal, have you had any episodes?
No more episodes.
All because of the way you've changed what you eat.
Exactly.
The red meat allergy, as Dr. Michael Young with Baptist Health explains, is caused by a simple tick bite that can transmit the alpha-gal sugar molecule into your body.
The most common thought right now is from what's called a Lone Star tick. This actually is a very common tick found in the south and in the east. Actually, it causes an immune response once someone eats red meat.
Unlike with most food allergies, symptoms with alpha-gal syndrome are often delayed. They commonly appear 3 to 6 hours after eating the meat of mammals like beef and pork, or being exposed to products made from mammals like gelatin. Symptoms can include wheezing, a rash, stomach pain, vomiting, and in severe cases, anaphylaxis, a potentially deadly allergic reaction.
Allergic reactions can sometimes actually wax and wane. One time you can actually just have runny nose, or you may have a swollen lip, but next time you can actually have an anaphylactic reaction.
About 5,000 cases of alpha-gal syndrome have been documented in the U.S., but experts suspect there are many more.
My son has been diagnosed. He was fatigued, and also my sister and brother-in-law both, has been tested, and same thing, fatigued, just tired and unexplained, and so they got tested, and they both have it.
The Peelers' message?
You have to be your own health advocate. He was misdiagnosed with so many things, so many times, through the fault of no one's. And we don't want anyone to go through 6 years of what we went through.
And so experts say the alpha-gal allergy can go away over a period of months or years if you're not bitten by another tick. It all comes down to avoiding tick bites. That is the key to prevention. And I've really learned so much researching this story. I have posted a ton of information about prevention, signs and symptoms, and also the specific blood tests that can detect alpha-gal syndrome. You'll find it all inside this story on firstcoastnews.com.